Here, so lot of researchers are worked to develop for this analysis that is called especially the Fourier series analysis. So first initially, so Alias introduced a concept of trigonometric series for that the vibration of strings. Okay, and later on that Fourier so hardly work to develop the mathematical model for especially for the analysis of the conduction of this heat. Okay, so initially his works are ignored, but then the Lagrangians is strongly criticized to okay for no proofing under okay without mathematical no proofing under is strongly criticized for the Fourier works. Okay, it took it took nearly 15 years to prove his work with the help of and Dirichlet and Laplace with the help of Dirichlet and Laplace. Okay, after that only his works is recognized. So that only now the communication is popular because of what that Fourier transform. Okay, that is Fourier transform is very famous one. So he is called that is Jean Baptiste Joseph Fourier. So born then in 1768. So, so now consider now coming to the unit. Okay, there are a lot of stories are there. Okay, before recognize his work. Okay, if you have time, you can go through this that book. Open sir, that is signals and system by yes, the Open Milski. Okay, if you have time, you can refer that book. So a lot of stories are there. Okay. So now coming to this,
Sir,
yes, yes, ma'am.
nothing, sir. In between, your voice is not audible.
Okay. So now coming to this, so x of t equal to a sine omega t. So here you know that sinusoidal signal. So sinusoidal signal is always start with okay. So always start with 0. So cosine signal start with a, but sinusoidal signal start with this pi. So a sin omega t. So omega equal to 2 pi f. Here f equal to 50. That is called frequency hertz. So t equal to 1 by f. That is called 20 millisecond. That is called signal repeats at every uh, period of time. That period is called 20 not equal to 20 milliseconds. So this is our time delay. So time delay that is called the phase shift. That is phase shift equal to that 45 degree. Okay, if look at here, there is a time difference between this 0 and starting at this point. Okay, so that should be calculated with the phase shift that is called 45 degree. So time delay 25 milliseconds correspond to phase shift theta equal to 45 degree. So any number can be represented one linear sum of basic number. For example, 10437 can be represented what 10 into 1000 plus 4 into 100 plus 3 into 10 plus 7 into 1. Okay. So similar way, if you take any signal can be represented in terms of many frequency components and DC component. Okay. So how the number we can represent in terms of 1000, 100, tens, ones like the similar way the signal also we can represent like okay. Similarly for the 3D vectors like that. Okay. So so if you take one example, x of t equal to 1 plus cos of 2 pi t and cos of 2 pi t plus 0.5 sin pi 2 pi 3. So here these are all what amplitudes 1, 2, 0.5 and 3. These are all amplitudes. Okay, and omega t here omega equal to 2 pi here omega equal to 4 pi and omega equal to 6 pi and again this omega equal to 2 pi but signal is what sign. Okay, if you add all t's together we'll get this. Okay, this is what total this is what x of t. Okay, this is called what x of t. So for example here this for x of t equal 1, so this is what dc component and cos of 2 pi t, this is what cos of 2 pi t and 2 into cos of 2 pi 2t. So you look at here. So here the frequency is what omega equal to 2 pi. So here omega equal to 4 pi, so that it reduced. So next again 2 pi, but the 3 sin pi, 3 sin. So sin means start with 0. Okay, sin means start with 0 and multiply with amplitude 3. And similarly 0.5 sin 2 pi 3t. Okay, 0.5 2 3 t, 0.5 into sine of 2 pi 3t. So this is the this. and add all together. Okay, all together is what signal. Okay, so that if you have any signal, these signals can be separated like this. Okay, you that means what extracting the what many frequency component, that is first harmonic component, second harmonic component, third harmonic component, likewise DC component. Likewise, you can extract many signals from one signal. Okay, this will be useful to further analysis because uh, so if what is why do we go for the tree, this transform and Fourier series and all. Okay, for example, if you see the sunlight, we can't see any differences. Okay, if we see the sunlight, we can't see any differences. Suppose if you see the sunlight through the prism, so what will happen? We can see some seven colors. Okay, so similarly, that's why we go for the transform. So that means what, because of using that Fourier series or Fourier transform, so that means what we can extract some part of the signal which are not seen. Okay, we can extract. Okay, that will be used for the further analysis and further characterization. That's why that lot of researchers they carried out based on this. Initially, the Fourier transform. Okay, after that, wavelet transform, cosine transform, and curvature transform and slantlet transform. That means what? So, lot of transform, right? So, whatever maybe they have here some okay, some basis function. For example, in the case of that Fourier series, a basis function they use that is called trigonometric function, that is called exponential function, that is called e power j omega naught. Okay. Okay, so that is use of this, so that if you have if you have any signal, okay, that can be okay. From that we can extract many signal components. From that we can extract many signal components. Okay, that is going to be for further processor to do analysis or characterization. The Fourier series is used to find the frequency component. So that we are using the Fourier, this is the what signal. So from that we can extract the, okay, like if you refer EEG signal or EEG signal or any whatever may be. So it is difficult to do some analysis. That's why we go for this type of transform technique or Fourier series technique to do some analysis for extracting from unknown signal. Okay. So this for that analysis, okay, how they derive means for that, okay, best first they may use what linear combinations of harmonically related components. Okay, that is this is what signal is said to be periodic for x of t equal to x of t plus t. Okay, so here fundamental time period, that is called t, that is omega naught equal to 2 pi t. So there are two basic. One is called cos omega naught t. Next one is called e power j omega naught t. So both are periodic with fundamental frequency omega naught. That is fundamental period equal to 2 pi by, that is 2 pi by omega naught. So complex signal associated with the set of harmonic related complex exponential, that is pi k of t equal to e power j k omega naught t. So we can write, so for complex signal associated with the set of harmonic related, so that same e power j omega naught t we can write here by, that is e power j k omega naught. Okay, because of the set of harmonic related complex exponential. That means what? Omega naught, 2 omega naught, that is first harmonic, second harmonic, likewise. So k equal to omega naught, 3 omega naught, 4 omega naught. So that, so substitute what different values of k equal to 0, plus or minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, k equal to like this. Okay. So each of the signals has a fundamental frequency, that is what multiple of omega naught. So here the omega naught is what fundamental frequency, and 2 omega naught is our second harmonic, likewise. Okay, and therefore each is periodic with period, although for k greater than equal to 2. So that is our linear combination of harmonic related complex exponential. We can write this thing as, so a equal to minus infinity plus infinity ak into e power j k omega naught t. So omega naught equal to 2 pi t. So that means here ak is nothing but amplitude coefficients. Okay, so each and every signal having some amplitude coefficients. So even my voice signal also, likewise we can extract many signal component, that is fundamental frequency, first, second harmonic, third harmonic, likewise. So along with they have some amplitudes. It's on some amplitude. Okay. If you add put all together, this will get like this. Okay, this is what my signal. Okay, likewise will get. So that x of t equal to, so e power j omega naught t. So this is what periodic signal, that any signal can be represented in terms of exponential, that is cos omega naught t plus j omega naught t. So now we consider all harmonic components, so that we can multiply with k e power j k, and then multiply with k, that is called coefficient. If you add all together, we get x of t. So that x of t equal to k equal to minus infinity plus infinity ak into e power k e jk minus. So this called x of, that is called x of t. For example, for x of t equal to k equal to minus 3 to plus 3 ak into e power j 2k pi t. So this is a one signal. For example, here they given is for this is a small example. A not equal to 1, that coefficients a1 a minus 1 by 4, a2 minus 1 by 2, and a3 equal to 1 by 3. If you substitute in this equation, so x of t will get like this. Will get like this. Okay, these are what the coefficients, amplitude coefficients for that. And 1, 2, 3 refers to what a naught is a DC component, and a1 is a first harmonic component, a2 second, a3 is what third harmonic. Okay, so if you substitute, and they have some coefficient, if you substitute together, you'll get one signal. Okay, this is a word signal. Okay, if you add all together, we get this signal. Okay, this is called one DC component, and half into cos 2 pi t, cos 4 pi t, and 2. If you add these two, we'll get this. If you add these two, we'll get like this. If you add these two, we'll get like this. So these are what x of t for this given coefficient. The Fourier series representation of continuous time periodic signal. Suppose if x of t is real, can be represented in form of equation 3. So this is what x of t is real. Suppose in case of x conjugate, since x conjugate of x of t, we can write, okay, x of t equal to, so x conjugate of t equal to x of t. For if the x of t is real, we can write k equal minus infinity. Simply instead of ak, we can write ak conjugate. So e power j will become what? Minus j. The conjugate of j will become what? E power minus j. So that means what? E power j is equal to cos theta plus j sin theta. So conjugate of this, that is called cos theta minus j sin theta. That is equal what? E power minus j theta. So that, so if it the conjugate, if x of t is conjugate, we will get right. We'll write like this: ak conjugate into e power minus jk. For that, replace k by minus k in the summation. So whatever may be the summation, either minus infinity plus infinity, or plus infinity minus infinity, for in the case of summation, the result should be the same. Okay, only in the integration it should be varied. But in the case of summation, either from minus infinity plus infinity or plus infinity minus infinity, the result should be the same. So only thing it is varied, that is ak conjugate, that is a minus k conjugate, and minus j will become plus. So now we rearrange this equation. For example, x of t equal to, okay, if you take this equation, that is 3. Okay, we can substitute, that is, we can separate real part and that is imaginary part, and positive part, negative part. So it is k equal to 0. So first k equal to 0, a naught, and positive limit k equal to 1 to infinity, k equal to 1 to infinity, and k equal to minus infinity to minus 1. So for k equal to minus infinity to minus 1, so that means we are substituting what? K equal to minus k. So that will get like this. So that will get like this, k equal to minus k. So there is a power minus k into, for in this equation, substitute k equal to minus k, a power minus k into e power minus j k minus t. So limit is what? Same thing, what? K equal to 1 to infinity. So that this equation, that is this equation, you can substitute k equal to minus infinity to minus 1, and k equal to 0, and k equal to 1 to infinity. So for k equal to minus infinity to minus 1, substitute k equal to minus k. So we'll get again k equal to 1 to infinity, a power minus k, and this e power minus jk. So likewise we'll get it. Now substitute a conjugate of k equal to a power minus k. So we can write x of t equal to a naught plus k equal to 1 to infinity ak into e power jk omega naught t plus ak conjugate e power minus jk omega naught. So here, since two terms inside the summations are complex conjugates of each other, so that what you have to, we are going to express the k equal to 1 to infinity 2 into real of ak into ak into e power jk omega naught t. Okay, ak, similarly we can express imaginary of ak into e power jk omega naught t. So that is same thing, because cos k omega naught t, and this is also ak conjugate into sin k omega naught, that is called cos j k omega naught. So that we can write 2 into real of ak into e power j k omega naught. Okay, so we can write this ak, we can represent in terms of magnitude and phase angle, that is what ak into e power j theta k. So this ak can be found by square root of real part square plus imaginary part, because any signal it may have real or float or some complex number ak equal, for example, 3 plus j4, likewise, so that you have to find absolute value, that is called magnetic value, and phase angle, that is theta equal to theta k, that is equal to tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part, that is what ak. So 2 into real of ak into e power j k omega naught t, that is so this thing we can write here, instead of ak we can write ak into e power j k, and add together we can write a naught equal to plus 2 into, okay, 2 into real of mean, that is called cos. So 2 into real of mean, that is called what? Cos. So we can write ak into cos of k omega naught t plus theta k. So another form we can write in rectangular form, that is called ak equal to bk plus g ck. ak equal to this is called polar form. I mean rectangular form, bk plus j into ck. So if we substitute here in this case, we can write bk, we'll get bk into cos k omega naught t minus ck sin k omega naught. So this is about real periodic function, the Fourier series in terms of exponential given equation, mathematically equivalent to either of the two forms, equation 8 and 9. That is this is about trigonometric function. Okay, this is called trigonometric function. 8 and 9 are what trigonometric function, and 3 is what exponential series function. This is called what exponential series. So you should remember this formula, and this 7 and 8. Okay, sorry 8 and 9. Okay. 8 and 9 for solving this Fourier series problem. Okay, this is next determination of the Fourier series representation of continuous time periodic signal. So x of t equal to k equal to minus and plus into ak into e power j k omega naught t. This is about exponential Fourier series like this. So instead of omega naught we can write 2 pi by t. So now the x of t is going to multiply with e power minus j and omega naught t. So that again multiply e power minus j and omega naught t, multiply both right hand side, left hand side, and then integrate over 0 to t for both right hand side and left hand side, and with respect to t. Okay, with respect to t. And this thing again you have to brought this integration inside this. So this thing we can write e power j of k minus n into omega naught into t. Now using this Euler formula, e power j of k minus n, that is called e power j theta equal to cos theta plus j sin theta. So in that way they may return cos of k minus n into omega naught t plus j of sin of k minus n to omega naught t. Okay. For this, for k not equal to n, so both of the integral will equal to 0. If you had any sinusoidal signal, and for example here, okay, this is called sinusoid and cosine. Okay, cosine. If you add all these points, okay, if you add all these values, we'll get 0. Okay, we'll get 0. So that here for k not equal to n, so for k not equal, then that is called both of the integral and right hand side will become equation become 0. Okay, because if you add all these, because this is positive and negative. Okay, if you add all these two signals, what will happen? If you add all these points, we'll get 0. We'll get 0. Similarly for the cosine or sine or whatever may be. Okay, so that for k, for in the case of k equal to n, so cos of 0 and sine of 0 is 0. So k equal to n will get what? Okay, so we'll get 1. Okay, we'll get 1. So that if integrate this, we'll get t. So e power j k of minus omega naught in t, that is called t for k equal to n. 0 for k not equal to n. So that we can write compare this right hand side, that is a n equal to here, that is this one for k equal to n. So k equal to 1 means it will become 1. It will become what is called t. It will become t. So a n equal to 1 by t. A n equal to 1 by t integral over t x of t into e power minus j n omega naught. Okay. This is a formula for determining the coefficients. So this is called synthesis equation, and this is called analysis equation. Okay, synthesis means what? All together. Okay, and adding all the coefficients so that to get back the original signal. Analysis means for the from the original signal, you have to extract many signal components, many coefficients. That is called analysis. So that called AK. ak equal 1 by 2 like this. So set of coefficients ak are often called Fourier series coefficients or the spectral coefficients of x of t. Okay. And if substitute k equal to 0, that is called DC component or average value of x of t over one period. So this is the one formula, x of t equal to 1 plus sin omega naught t plus 2 sin 2 cos omega naught t like this. So for this, what you have to do? You have to convert this thing as what exponential form. So sin theta equal to e power j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j. Cos theta equal to e power j theta plus e power minus j theta divided by 2. So likewise, if we substitute, we get they have to convert as like in what exponential series form, so that easily you can find the coefficients. Okay. So and then rearrange like this: 1 plus 1 by 1 per 2 e power j omega naught, e power minus j omega naught, and e power j omega naught, again e power minus j omega. So omega naught is the what, the first harmonic, that is called A1, and 2 omega naught is our second harmonic, that is called what, A2. So A naught equal to 1 and A1 equal to 1 plus 1 by 2j and A minus 1 equal to 1 minus 1 by 2j. If you look at here, there may be a what conjugate of this. Okay, A1 and suffix 1 and A suffix minus 1 are what conjugate of this. Similarly for the A2 also. Similarly for the A2 also. Okay. So root 2 by 5 of 4, 1 plus j, root 2 by 4, 1 minus j. Okay. So and remaining things are 0. So that from this signal, so from that we can extracted only three. A1 is A0, A1 and A2. What and A3, A4 are what 0. Okay. So that means only three coefficients are present. One is A0, DC component, and first harmonic and second harmonic for this the given signal. So this is called analysis. This is called what, analysis. Okay. From that, if you want to plot this, so absolute of kk means how to find absolute of ak? Just find the square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. We'll get like this. Okay, for different value of k. And phase angle is tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. Tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. Okay. As is in using calculator, simply you can convert rectangular form to polar form. Okay, there is no need to go for finding the square root of real part square plus 1 square plus 1 by 2j, 1 by 2 whole square like that. So it's a waste of time. So in calci, they have some option is there. That is rectangular to polar form. So easily you can find this. Okay, find this and then plot it. Okay. These are plots of magnitude and phase of the Fourier coefficients of the given signal. This is another example. 1 for absolute of t lesser than t1 and 0 for t1 lesser than absolute of t lesser than t by 2. So for that we can extract the coefficient a naught equal to 1 by 2, because a naught means what, the frequency is 0. So 1 by t, that is minus t1 into t2t. So that will get 2t1 by 2. For k not equal to 0, so amplitude is what, the same amplitude is 1. So 1 into e power minus j omega naught dt. So if you integrate this, we'll get this answer. Okay, and then substitute upper limit minus lower limit, we'll get ak equal to like this. Again, the further simplification. So you know this formula. Okay, e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2, that it's called sin theta. So further simplification will get like this. Okay, 2 sin of k omega naught t1 divided by k by like this for k not equal to 0. K not equal to 0. So likewise, we can substitute different values of omega and we can plot like this. Okay, first for example, t equal to 4t, this is for, and d equal to 8t, and we'll get this signal. So from that we can extract the coefficient a naught equal to 1 by 2 and a1 equal to 1 by 3, a3 equal to minus 1 by 3 pi. So likewise, you can extract the Fourier series coefficients. Okay, expand this, we can expand the, if you extract, we'll get like this: 1 by 2, 1 by pi, and minus 1 by 3 pi. Like this. So next, another one, before applying the Fourier series, that condition should be satisfied. That is Dirichlet conditions. Okay, the Dirichlet only it can help to that Fourier. Okay, based on this condition only they approved the. Okay, approved the Fourier series. What are the conditions? One means over any period x of t must be absolutely integrable. Okay, that means what, absolutely summable. That means what, absolutely integral means that value should be a finite, not infinite. Okay. So x of t must be absolutely, if we integrate this x of t, the value should be a finite. Okay, so that AK coefficient value should be lesser than infinity. Okay, that's why it's called absolutely integrable. Absolutely integrable means that output should be a finite one, not a infinite one. Okay, output should be a finite one. Okay, that's what first condition. And second condition, if any finite interval of time, x of t is about bounded variation. Okay, there are no more than a finite number of maxima and minima during any period of the signal. There are no more than a finite number of maxima and minima during any period of the signal. Okay, that means for if you have more number of maxima and minima for particular time period, it is very difficult to analyze the system. Okay, it is very difficult to analyze the system. Okay, so there should be a finite number of no more than a finite number of maxima and minima during any single period of the signal. And third conditions in here, in any finite interval of them, there are only a finite number of discontinuities. Okay, there are only a finite number of discontinuities. Okay, if it has infinite number of discontinuities, that means what we can omit. Okay? Finite number of discontinuities. So if the three conditions are satisfied, then only we can able to use a Fourier series for analysis. Otherwise, we can omit them. Okay, if these conditions are not satisfied, we can omit them. That means no way that Fourier series is helpful to do analysis or to do characterization. Next, the properties. These are all what properties of this Fourier series. Okay, these properties are very useful to solve the problem very quickly and very easily. Okay, that's why we are adopting this kind of properties. Okay, linearity. Okay, there is no need to solve completely. Simply, you can use by using these properties. Okay, within few steps, you can solve that problem using this property, using the time shifting property. Okay, okay, same way. Okay, because okay, this is for solving the purpose is very useful. Okay, solving the purpose. Okay, otherwise it takes lots of time to do to do manipulations. Okay, so that we can use the properties, linearity, and the time shifting property. Okay, you can prove it also. Simply you can substitute and you can prove it, so that we'll get e power minus j q omega naught t naught a k. Okay, so this for time shifting property and time reversal property, time scaling property, and multiplication properties, conjugation properties, and Parseval relation, that is nothing but extracting the energy using the Fourier series of this. Okay, extracting energy using Fourier series. Okay, in the here that is k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity and absolute square of ak. Absolute square of ak. And this is about conjugation property, conjugation symmetry. If the x of t is real, ak equal to ak. A conjugate of minus k or real of ak equal to real of a minus k. These are all properties. Okay, so so that means what, if you know the properties very well, so you can easily solve this problem. Okay, easily solve any type of problem. Next, representation of a periodic signal. Now up to this we discussed only for the periodic signals. So periodic signal only we are using what Fourier series. Okay, but in the case of a periodic, because in real time mostly we are considering only what a periodic signal. Okay, periodic means what, signals repeats at regular intervals of time, that is starting from minus infinity to and ends with plus infinity. But in the case of a periodic is not like that, because mostly and real time signals are what a periodic in nature. Okay. So for that analysis, again we have to consider this periodic signal. You have to consider this periodic signal. In this periodic signal, if we take this part between minus t by 2 plus t by 2, if you consider only this part, that is called what, a periodic, because the remaining things are not repeated. Okay, so for the analysis, so that we are going to do so based on this condition, based on this consideration only, we have to do derivation for this to do analysis. So Fourier series coefficients already we discussed this problem. The Fourier series coefficient for this problem is get to sine of k omega naught t1 into k omega naught t. Okay. For different value of t, we'll get this t equal to 41 and t equal to 81. So instead of considering this, we are taking this is called a periodic signal and this is called periodic signal. So if a periodic signal repeat n number of times, it will become what? A period. It will become periodic signal. It will become periodic signal, so that we are consider the same coefficient x cap of t equal minus infinity a k into e power j q omega naught. This is our synthesis equation of Fourier series. This is our analysis equation of Fourier series. So minus t by 2 plus t by 2 x of e power minus j q omega t. So for this representation, for that we can substitute omega naught equal to 2 pi by t. So since x cap of t equal to x of t for t lesser than t by 2, and also since x of t equal to 0 outside this interval, that means what? So for this other than t1 lesser, that is absolute of t1 should be what? 0. So we can written as, we can write ak equal to 1 by t minus t by 2. So we can e power minus j q omega naught t equal to 1 by 2. It will become minus infinity to plus infinity. So x of t into e power minus j k omega naught 20t. Okay. So therefore, defining the envelope xj of t into aks, that is x of j omega equal to, so minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t into e power minus j omega t. So we have the coefficient, that is what? Ak equal to 1 by 2 into x of j k omega naught. So this is what x cap of t equal to, so k equal minus 1 by 2 into x of j k omega naught. So this is what it's very signal. Then this is what k omega naught. This is what k plus 1 omega naught. So this is what area multiplying with x of j k omega naught to e power j k. This is what e power j k omega naught. Okay, in multiplying with x of j k omega naught. So for that we'll get this. So we can write 1 by 2 pi k equal minus infinity x of j k omega naught into e power j k omega naught into omega naught. Okay. As t approaches infinity, x of t approach will become x of t. So that each term in the summation right hand side is the area of rectangle of height. Okay, just now. As omega naught is 0, the summation converges to integral of x of j into e power j. Therefore, using this equation, we can write x of j equal minus infinity plus infinity x of t into e power minus j omega t. So this is called Fourier transform. This is called analysis. Okay, this is called inverse Fourier transform. This is called in synthesis equation 1 by 2 pi integral over minus infinity plus infinity x of j omega into x of j omega e power j omega t into d omega. Okay, so for different values of omega, that means what? We can substitute omega equal to pi, or omega equal to pi by 4, or omega equal to pi by 2. So likewise, we can extract many frequency component, that is called analysis equation. Okay, and this is called a synthesis equation to get back the original signal using the word x of j omega. But here we can use what? One e power j omega, e power j. So that's all about this here. Again, for this also, again the Dirichlet condition satisfied, then only we can use the Fourier transform also for the case of a periodic signal also. It's the same conditions: absolutely integrable, finite number of maxima and minima, and finite number of discontinuities. Now the Fourier transform, we'll see an example of this. X of t equal to e power minus 8 into e of t for a greater than 0. So x of t into e power minus j omega t for a greater than 0 means 0 to infinity, a value is 0 to, and u of t means u of t equal to 1 t greater than equal to, so limit at 0 to infinity. Okay, so again the a value of a is lesser than 1, so that we can use different integrate this, we'll get e power minus a of a plus j omega by a plus j omega. Okay. So for that we can extract absolute value and magnitude value and phase value. Okay. So this for finding the square root of real part square, imaginary part square. So there is no need to calculate, okay, in multiplying with a power minus j omega both numerator and denominator. So denominator is find the square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. That is called okay, 1 divided by a plus j omega into 1 divided by a minus j omega. That is called a square plus omega square. Okay. This is about phase angle. So if it has denominator, you can use minus. If it has numerator, plus tan inverse of here denominator. So one that is called minus tan inverse. Imaginary part is omega. The real part is c. Okay. For this you can plot it. Okay. This is called Fourier transform analysis of the given given x of t. This is for e power minus a absolute of t. Sorry, absolute of t. So absolute of t means t varies from what minus t to plus t. Okay, minus t and plus t. So this can be changed to minus infinity 0 and 0 to infinity. Okay, here there is no u of t, so that minus infinity 0 and 0 to infinity. Minus infinity 0 means so t will become, that is called minus, and t will become plus. So minus infinity 0 e power a t into, so e power minus j omega t t, and one e power minus a t. Okay, and one e power minus, one is e power a t, another one is what, e power minus a t. So after simplification, we'll get like this. Similarly, if you find the Fourier transform del of t, we'll get 1. So likewise, if you find Fourier transform of this rectangular signal, rectangular pulse signal, rectangular, okay, we'll get infinite, that is called one sinc function. Okay, for this, in x of this is what finite, in x of j omega is what infinite. Okay, suppose if x of t is infinite and x of j will become finite. This is called inverse Fourier transform, that is called synthesis equation. So that means we can extract x of t. Again, we are using the properties. So properties are very useful to solve, then only we can able to solve the problem very quickly. Conjugates and differentiation, integrations, okay, and time and frequency scaling properties, and duality properties, Parseval relations. So Parseval relation, that is called what? Extracting the energy. Okay. Convolution properties, multiplication properties. Okay. And next coming to this Laplace transform. So after this we discussed Fourier series and Fourier transform. Fourier series for periodic signal and Fourier transform for aperiodic signal. So Fourier transform is derived from that Fourier series alone. Okay. So Fourier transform derived from the Fourier series. Okay, for considering only one periodic signal. For consider one period, and based on that to do analysis, and then extend t equal to plus infinity and minus infinity. For that we'll get like this. So next we move on to Laplace transform. So here, so for this Laplace transform definition, x of s equal to same thing, minus infinity plus infinity x of t into e power minus st into dt. So if you take the Fourier transform for a aperiodic signal, x of j omega equal to so x of j omega equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of t into e power minus j omega. So if you consider here, so you have to consider only the what here imaginary e power minus j omega. So e power minus j omega, that is called what imaginary. Minus, if you take here minus j omega, that is called what imaginary. Suppose in case if it has some real, okay, if it has some real, so in that case Fourier transform is not used to do analysis. Okay, in this way Fourier transform is not used to do analysis. Okay, so that's why we are using the word Laplace transform. So even that is Fourier transform and Laplace transform both can be used to do analysis. Both can be used to do analysis. So when we use the Fourier transform, when we use the Laplace transform, so here in this case of the filter function, this filter function, if it has some imaginary, if it has only imaginary, then in that case a Fourier transform is sufficiently enough to do analysis. Suppose the filter function, if it has some real and imaginary, so in that case a Fourier transform is not to be used, so that only we are going to use the Laplace transform so that to do analysis. Okay, that's why that Laplace transform and Z transform are very useful to do analysis. Okay, even it can be used for based on that control system. Okay, some okay, we can study, you can study either FIR filter and IR filter. So based on this type of analysis. Okay. So that is minus x of t. So instead of e power minus j omega, simply s. So that is s instead of s equal to, instead of j omega put s. Here s is nothing but, look at here. Here s is nothing but sigma plus j omega. Sigma plus j omega, s equal to sigma plus j omega. So additionally, okay, additionally j with some real values are there. It is called real and imaginary parts. Imagine real and imaginary parts. Okay, definitely if you are going one real time, if you are one with real time or anything, definitely they have some real value, real and imaginary parts. So we are okay. That means what is it's not only having that imaginary. It's not only okay. We can't say only that imaginary parts only exist. No. Okay, if you are doing the project, some real parts also be going to be executed. That's why we are using this their Laplace transform. That is called x equal to that sigma plus j omega. Sigma, that is sigma and omega are real element. So everything the same. So if you compare this equation, that Fourier transform, x of j omega equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of t into e power minus j omega. E power minus j omega. Look at here, instead of s, instead of e power minus j omega t. So here instead of j omega minus j, if instead of j omega they're putting what? S. Okay, they assume s equal to what? Sigma plus j omega. Sigma plus j omega. That means what? And real value is also is going to exist in that filter function. Okay, real value is going also is going to exist in what filter function is called sigma. So that in this case the range of values of h for the which the integral equation converges referred to as region of convergence. So for that here, so based on S only, so we are going to do analysis that is called ROC, range of values of S for which, okay, range of values of S for which, range of values of S for which integral equation is integral equation referred to as ROC, region of convergence. Okay, that means what? What about what is the region of convergence means? For range of rest, that x of s is going to produce some bounded output or finite value. Okay, x of s is going to produce some bounded value or finite value like this. Okay? That is why it's called ROC, region of convergence. If you put s equal to j omega, that is called Fourier transform. So s equal to j omega Fourier transform x of t. So s equal to sigma plus j omega, we can write like here minus sigma plus j omega t2. Again we can write simplification, e power minus alpha plus sigma plus j omega, we can write e power minus sigma t into e power minus j omega t. Here real e power minus sigma t may be decaying or growing in time depending upon the whether the sigma is positive or negative. If the sigma is positive, it's decaying. If the sigma is negative, that is called what? Growing. Okay. Now example, x of t equal to e power minus a into e of t, e power minus a t into e of t, e power minus j omega t. This is what Fourier transform, that is 1 by j omega plus c. For in the case of Laplace transform, e power minus a t into e of t into e power minus c. So that we'll get 1 by s plus c. We'll get, that is called, if you take 1 by s plus a, that is called we can write this thing as sigma plus a plus j omega, because s equal to sigma plus j omega. So we can write this thing as. So since s equal to sigma plus j omega, we can write 1 by s plus a. So sigma equal to what? Sigma is nothing but real. Okay, real value. So real of s should be greater than what? Minus a. Okay, real of s should be greater than 1. So ROC is x is what? Greater than minus a. ROC is x is what? Greater than minus a. So sigma plus a should be greater than 0. That's why it's about sigma plus greater than what? Minus a. So ROC is x. Suppose if sigma plus a lesser than 0, if it has lesser than 0, we'll get some infinity. The answer will get infinity. So lesser in substitute money paakalam. Okay, if greater than 0, sigma plus a greater than 0 na, for example e power for example sigma plus a 1 or 2, 1 putting e power minus t. E power minus t means what? Decaying signal. Suppose sigma plus a lesser than 0, lesser than 0 means what? 0.5. Okay, 0.5 or minus 1. So minus 1 na putting minus 1 to e power 1, e power t. So e power t means what? Growing signal, that it will become infinity. That's called it's not to be converged. It's not to be converged because output will get what? Infinity. See, even for 0.5 less than 0, 0.5 or 0.2 water, sorry, minus 1, sorry, less than 0, that is -1, -2, or -0.5, whatever may be, it will become what plus. Because of this growing, it will become what infinity. Okay, it will become infinity. So based on this, we can find the ROC of this. So in the x-axis denotes real value and y-axis denotes imaginary value. That is called, and x plus this is called j omega. So that minus a, the ROC is x is like, okay, ROC x is for x greater than minus a, x greater than minus a. Similarly, for minus of e power minus a to t of t. So similar way for here, minus of s plus a t into tt. For this case, so s plus a lesser than t. So s plus a lesser than 0. That is what s plus a lesser than minus a. So it will get, okay. So it is that ROC is to be converged. That is Laplace transform is to be converged for s lesser than minus a. Because of what? Minus e power minus a into u of minus u of minus t. For u of t, always our Laplace transform is converged for s greater than a. For u of minus t, the Laplace transform is to be converged for s lesser than minus a. S lesser than the minus a. Okay. So these are all the formulas. You should remember this. Then only for if you find inverse Laplace transform, you should know this, because look at here. This also 1 by s plus a. So if it 1 by s plus a, but here e power minus a t into u of t. So here also 1 by s plus a, but if you look at here, minus e power minus a t into u of minus t. Okay, only the what region of ROC is different. Only what ROC is different. So based on the ROC only, so we can extract everything. Okay, we can extract for inverse Laplace transform, for Laplace transform like this. So only this ROC is varied. Okay. So answer same thing, 1 by s plus a, and here also what 1 by s plus a. One here ROC is greater than minus a, here ROC is lesser than minus. Here and so what bilateral, both sided. So both sided means one is greater than -1. So sorry, this is for not okay. Same e power minus 2t into u of t and e power minus 2 into u of t. So after this here 3 by s plus 2, 2 by s plus 1. After simplification, integration after setting lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit. For this here 1 by s plus 1 ROC is greater than -1, and another 1 by s plus 2 ROC is greater than -2. So for this here you have to find union of this. So for the union of this, so that RE of s greater than -1. Okay. So if you put -2, that is wrong. So that because so it includes if you that is ROC is greater than -1. So definitely that ROC of s greater is also what -2. So which is including that. Okay. So sometimes they may given u of t and u of minus t. So in that case, what bilateral transform? That is called bilateral. That means what one lesser than RES of lesser than 2, or -1 lesser than RES of lesser than -2, like this. Okay, these are all the properties. ROC of these are okay. You can refer this prop. Okay. So if you know the properties, then we can easily you can easily find the solution, and also it's about. So for example, if you refer the eighth one, if the Laplace transform x of s x of t is rational, then if x of t is right-sided, the ROC is the region in the S plane to the right of the rightmost pole. If x of t is left-sided, the ROC in the region in the S plane to the left of the leftmost. Okay, left of the leftmost, right of the rightmost. Okay. Likewise, if you know the properties, now easily you can find the ROC of these. Okay, these are all the properties. Next, inverse Laplace transform. Okay, the similar way we can find okay, inverse Laplace transform x. So it's x of sigma plus j omega. That is what x of s. That is called Fourier transform. So for values s equal to sigma plus j omega. So for this we can rearrange integration. Will get 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity x of. So you know that no inverse Fourier transform. So that 1 by 2 pi integral over minus infinity plus infinity x of sigma plus j omega into e power j omega into 2 omega. Okay. After simplification, you get 1 by 2 pi j sigma minus j omega minus j infinity sigma plus j infinity x of s into e power s into ds. So this is called weighted integration of complex exponential. So it is very difficult to solve this problem using this because 1 by 2 pi j. So likewise, we can go for this some other technique using the what partial integrations, partial fractions method, or Cauchy integral. Likewise, we are adopt this. So mostly we can adopt this partial fraction. So this is 1 by s and 1 by s plus 2, and they given ROC is greater than minus 1. So using the partial fraction, find a and b. So a equal to 1, b equal to 1, substitute. You know, this is the formula. So RES greater than what? They given RES greater than minus 1. So greater than minus 1. So which is includes, so that we can write e power minus t into e of t. So 1 by s plus 2. ROC is what? Minus 2. For this equation, for this 1 by s plus 2, ROC is for real of s greater than minus 2. But they given RES of greater than minus 1. So this means RES of minus 2, which includes a minus 1. So this is also called causal, so that we can write e power minus t into e of t. E power minus 2 into e of t. So suppose if it is not included, if it is not included, so that is right. This is called what? Non-causal. So non-causal means e minus e power minus 2 into e of minus. So this is the what answer of this. So another example, RES of lesser than minus 2. So lesser than minus 2 means both are non-causal, is not included. So not included because both are not included, so that we can write in terms of a non-causal e power minus 2 into e of minus t. Okay. After simplification, we'll get like this. If you give like this, minus 2 lesser than RES of s lesser than minus 1. Okay. So for this, okay, this will be RES of s greater than, this will be causal and this will be what? Non-causal. So that we can write like, okay. So better you can draw this like here. 1 for minus 2 lesser than. So minus 2 lesser than means for conversion you can write is what? Non-causal number. Here can already we discussed now. Here like this. This is called non-causal. That means what? Minus of e power minus 2 into e of t. E of minus t. Okay. Non-causal. Lesser than. Okay. If minus 2 lesser. And another case here, minus 2 greater than, minus 1 lesser than. So minus 2 will become causal and minus 1 will become non-causal. So non-causal means, so put minus, okay, before you put minus and then put e of minus t. Again the properties, Laplace transform properties. Similarly, if you throw the properties of any one of these, Fourier series and remaining everything same. So Fourier series, Fourier transform and Laplace transform, only that variable is changing. Okay, remaining everything the same. Okay, even the proof also. Okay, these are all properties. And these are the formulas are, okay. If you know the formulas, and then only you can easily to find inverse Laplace transform. It's very easily to find inverse Laplace transform. Okay. So coming to this problem, we'll see some problem and then move on to next topic. This is about estimate exponential Fourier series representation of this x of t equal to cos square theta. So you know that equation x of t equal to ck or ak, both can ck and e power j omega naught t. So this cos square t is formula 1 plus cos 2 theta, that is cos square theta equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So that you can substitute here. So 1 by 2 1 plus cos 2 tt, and cos 2t we can write e power j2t plus e power minus j2t divided by 2. Okay, here the omega naught is given. So if the omega naught is not given, so we consider only because only one component is, so that we can assume omega naught equal to 2. Assume omega naught equal to 2. So omega naught equal to, so that we can write 1 by 2 e power j2t by 4 and e power minus j2t by 4. So omega naught equal to 2, so that c naught equal to 1 by 2, c1 and c suffix minus 1 equal to 1 by 2. So others value c equal to 0 for other than values of k equal to 0 and k equal to plus or minus 1. So this is what estimating the exponential Fourier series. Next, another problem we'll see. Consider three continuous time signal. X of t equal to cos 4 pi t. They given fundamental time period t equal 1 by t. Y of t equal to sin of 4 pi t. Z of t equal to x of t into y of t. Generate Fourier coefficients of x of t. Generate Fourier coefficients of y of t. Use the results of A and B along with multiplication properties. Use the multiplication property to determine the Fourier series coefficients. Next one is determine the Fourier coefficients of x of t through direct expansion of z of t in trigonometric form and compare your result with that of part C. So part C and part D, if the results are same, that okay, what you solve is everything is correct. First, extract Fourier coefficients of cos of 4 pi t. So cos of 4 pi t, they given t equal to 1 by 2. T equal to 1 by 2 means f naught equal to 2. So omega naught equal to 2 pi f naught, so that omega naught equal to 4 pi. So omega naught equal to 4 pi, that is what cos omega naught t. So that is e power, that means we can write e power j 4 pi t plus e power minus j 4 pi t to the by 2. So using this formula, omega naught equal to what? 4 pi, substitute here e power j omega naught plus e power minus. So here a naught equal to 0, a naught equal to 0, a1 equal to 1 by 2, a suffix minus 1 equal to 1 by 2. So this is what Fourier series coefficients of this signal cos 4 pi t. Similarly for sin 4 pi t, so 1 by 2 j e power j omega naught t minus e power minus j omega, because sin theta equal to e power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2j. Similarly, we can extract the coefficients b1 equal to 1 by 2j and b minus 1 equal to minus 1 by 2j. And this, if we take conjugate, that is called b conjugate of minus 1 equal to 1 by 2j. Okay, because the results are same. Okay, so that that's why we are referring p conjugate of minus 1. Okay, so next third one, using the what multiplication properties. So this is what multiplication property, z equal to x of t and y of t, l equal to minus infinity al into b k minus, this is what multiplication property. That's why we can adopt a properties. If you are using the multiplication property, so very easily to solve this problem. So here we have one a1 b1, okay, a suffix minus 1 and b suffix minus 1. So if you have l varies from minus infinity plus infinity, so a1 b1, what you have to do? So that means for substitute k equal to 2 here. Okay, if substitute k equal to 2, okay, l varies from what? Minus infinity infinity. So for this now only that one is there, that means what? A1 and b1, so that so k, substitute k equal to 2 because 2 minus 1, so 2 minus l, al into b of 2 minus l. So yeah, so that substitute value persists only for l equal to 1, value persists for l equal to 1, so that we can write c2 equal to a1 into b1. Similarly for k equal to minus 2, that is for c suffix minus 2 equal to, for substitute l equal to minus l, so that c suffix minus equal to a minus 1 into b minus 1. That's all, because we have only a1 b1, that's a1 and a suffix minus 1, b1 and b suffix minus 1. For according to that, you should find the value of k. According to that, you should find the value of k, because it's up here k minus l. Saying okay, b1 means what you have to do? You have to substitute 2 k equal to 2 and l equal to 1. So that's all. Okay, then a1. Okay, similarly for minus 1 also. Okay, so this is what coefficients of this. Okay, so c2 equal to 1 by 4j and third one, and fourth one determine the Fourier series coefficient z of t through direct expansion of z of t in its trigonometric form. Like this, z of t equal to, so x of t into y of t, x of t given sin 4 pi t, y of t for cos 4 pi t. So using this formula, that is called sin theta equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. So using this formula, we can write 1 by 2 to sin of 8 pi t. So for solving this type of problem, we should know all the formulas for integration, differentiation, trigonometric, geometric. Okay, then only we can able to solve this problem, because especially unities, as per the student point of view, unit is very tough. Okay, because very difficult to understand the derivations or derivation and solving the derivations and solving the problem also. So, and because many things you should remember, then only you can able to solve it. So if you thorough the concept, if you thorough the mathematical concept, so everything will become easy. So that 1 by 2. So using this formula, we will simplify 1 by 2 into sine of 8 pi by t. So already omega naught equal to 4 pi, okay, because they given t equal to 1 by 2. So sine of 2 omega naught t. So that after exponential series, e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j. So we'll get 1 by 4 j e power j 2 omega naught t like this. So that now see this is c2 equal to, because omega naught equal to what 2, so that is 2 into omega naught, so that c2 equal to 1 by 4j, and c suffix minus 2 equal to minus 1 by 4 by j. So c conjugate of minus 2 equal to 1 by 4. If you compare this and this, both are straight. Okay, this is for direct evaluation, this is for using the property. And this is another problem. Find the exponential series of the following signal for t equal to 5, they given t equal to 5. Okay, x of t plus 2 for minus 2 lesser than t lesser than minus 1. So minus 2 lesser than t lesser than minus 1. And this is for t plus 2. You have to find these equations. Okay. Okay. So up to minus 2 to minus 1, this is what increasing RAM. So increasing RAM, you have to put, so what is this here? Minus 2. Okay, this x-axis denotes t, so that t, so if it is increasing RAM plus, you have to put plus. So what is this value? Minus 2, so that put plus 2. Okay, t plus 2. And minus 1 to 1, the amplitude is 1. Next one, 1 to 2, for 1 lesser than t less than 2. So for this, what decaying? So decay means what? Minus t. So decaying means what? You have this minus t and plus 2. Okay, up to what? Plus 2. Say it. So plus 2 minus t plus 2, that is called 2 minus t. So minus t plus 2, that is called what? 2 minus. Okay. So likewise, you should write the equations, and then using this formula, this for a naught, will get like this 3 by 5. For ak, so again it will take more time to solve this. Okay. Okay, if you, okay, you can solve this problem very carefully. Okay, if anything miss, you won't get the answers. Okay, that's why the students are very struggling. Okay, so because uv integration and uv dash like this, so many ways, if you look at here, t into e power minus j q omega naught. Okay, so it will take lots of time to solve this. Similarly for t into e power into e power minus j q omega naught in tt. Okay, so that is what uv minus integral uv that minus v du. Okay, using this formula you can go for this. Okay, similarly for this, and then substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So if you do it carefully, then only we will get this. Okay, after this, after simplification, we'll get like this, we'll get like this, and then some of the term will get cancel each other. Okay, and finally we'll get like this. Okay, finally we'll get like this. After simplification, we'll get like this. Okay, because e power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2, so that we can write in terms of cos. Okay. So t equal to 5, so that omega naught equal to 2 pi by 5. After this, after simplification, we'll get like, okay. This is about exponential for Fourier series coefficients of the given signal. Okay. So it will take more time to solve this problem, and also you can do it very carefully. Okay, that's why the students are very struggling for this. Okay, if you do lots of practices, then only you can able to solve this problem very easily. I think I'll stop this again for a transform direct formula. Okay, if you know the formula, substitute and derive this, will get like this. So that's it. For a series, for inverse for a transform. Okay, using Fourier fraction, find inverse for a transform. So 3 by j omega plus 3, we can write that is 3 into e power minus 3 into u of t. So these are all formulas. If you know this, easily you can write. And Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform. Okay. So lot after this, I'll finish this topic, and next move on to another topic. You have any doubts for this in this topic? Shall I move to next one, another topic? That is called linear time invariant continuous time system. Yes. If you have doubt, ask me.
If you have any queries, you can put your queries in the chat box also.
Okay. If you have no queries, then
No queries posted in chat box.
okay. More to so next. Sorry. Next topic, linear time invariant continuous time system. Linear time invariant continuous system. Okay, now so in this only we are going to do some analyze the system, and the system should be a linear time invariant, and also we are going to see some convolution integral, impulse response, and differential equations. Okay, so and Fourier and Laplace transform in analysis of continuous time system. Likewise, we are going to see in this topic. Okay, so already so this is our representation of continuous time signal in terms of impulses. So already I told if you take any signal can be represented in terms of sum of weighted impulses. So this is what one signal. Okay, this is what one signal can be represented sum of this called sum. This is what one impulse weighted impulse called weighted impulse. Okay, this called one impulse signal. So this impulse signal reversed and shifted. Okay, look at here, reverser and shifter, and add all together will get this. Okay, add all together will get like this. Okay. So again, and this will be do for further analysis. Just you are multiplying input with some filter function like that. Okay. So already that is impulse function del of t equal to 1 by t, 1 by del 0 lesser than equal to t of lesser than 2. Okay, this is called already called actual definition, or minus del by 2 lesser than t lesser than del by 2. That is called for 1 by del. Okay. Okay, whatever maybe both are correct. Okay, either minus 1 by sorry minus del by 2 t lesser than del by 2. Okay, both are same. Okay, either 0 to del or minus del by 2 lesser than t lesser than t by. Okay, so the area is what unit amplitude. Okay, if you if you multiply that height and width, the output is what 1. So we can write that s cap of t equal to, so that so any signal can be represented in terms of sum of weighted responses. So look at here. So x cap of t, that is x of k del of del length of t minus k del length. Okay. Substitute here. So here k only varies. K equal what? Minus infinity plus infinity. So in this, that means what? K del equal to t will become 0, 1. So that what? X of t. So k del equal to t, then only got x of. So that So any signal can be represented in terms of sum of weighted impulses. As we let del approaches 0, the approximation x of t becomes better and better. Del approach is 0, but it's not possible because if del approach is 0, the space goes up to infinity. Okay, it goes to infinity. Okay, so it becomes better. X of t cap becomes better and better. Okay, so that x of t equal to limits x of limit del tells 0. We can write this as also del 0 summation above equation approaches an integral. Like okay, that is minus plus infinity approaches in integral. That means what? If del tends to 0, the summation above equation approaches integral, that is called x of t equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of tau into del of t minus tau into t. Okay, that is called shifting property of continuous time signals. Okay, shifting property of continuous time signals. Okay, so t minus del into t. Okay, the width is del. Okay, the width is del and height is also del 1 by del. So one del into 1 by del 1. So this is called impulse. Okay. So only things which can be shifted and multiply with this. Okay, so that we can write x of t equal to integral of minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into x of tau into del of t minus tau. Similarly, for e of t equal to minus in plus e of tau into del of t minus tau, that is equal to 0 to infinity del of t minus tau into theta. So these are all the formulas. Okay, you should keep remember this. Okay, so this is equal to what? 0 to infinity del of t minus tau into d tau. E of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. Okay. So for solving purpose, simply we are writing t. So look at here. There is no point. They put arrow mark. Okay, that means if you put arrow mark, so that means what? It goes. Okay, it goes up to infinity like this. They put. That's why they put arrow mark. Okay. So minus infinity x of tau del of t minus tau t tau. We can write minus infinity x of tau del of t minus t tau. That is equal to what? X of t. Okay, that is equal to what? X of t. Okay. So simply we can substitute anything. Okay, for substitute different value of tau, you get what? Same thing. Okay, just we are shifting and multiplying. Okay, whatever maybe we'll get same thing. Okay, we'll get same thing. That's why any input signal can be represented in terms of what integration of weighted impulses for in the case of continuous case. For in the case of discrete summation of weighted impulses. Okay. So for that, now we are going to find the output function. For example, y of t equal to, okay, you know that x of t is the input and h of t is nothing but the transformation of impulse function, that is called filter function. If input signal is multiplied with filter function, we'll get some desired output. So this is called y of t. Okay, we'll get some y of t. So for solving purpose only, that any input signal can be represented in terms of integration of weighted impulses, and then the transformation of the impulse will become, that is called filter function or system function, that is called h of t. Okay, for that you should define. Okay, for that you should define, that is called filter function, because we have to design only the filter function, because input is okay. X of t is for giving input and the system. So we are going to design only for filter function. Maybe either FIR filter, IR filter like that. Okay, or any filters. Not just for example, I am giving what FIR or IR filter like that. Okay. So y of t equal minus infinity plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau. So this is called convolution integral formula. This is what convolution integral formula. That is called h of t is the response to del of t. H of t is the response to del of t. So this is del of t. This is what shifted impulse signal, and that's being multiplied with x of t particular input. Okay, the signal should be the time reversed and then shifted and multiplied with x of t and do the integration. Likewise, we'll get to y of t. So finally, we get like this. Okay? If you see this problem, you get a clear idea. So for example, one form, we can see one example. E power minus at into e of t for a greater than 0. Okay, x of t, h of t equal to e of t. Okay, so e of t means e of t equal to 1 for great t greater than 0. first thing what you have to do, you have to do some time folding or time reversing, that is h of minus tau. So h of minus 2 means that is 0 and start with minus infinity to 0, h of minus tau. And h of t minus 2 means, so it will become, that is called h of t minus 2. So this for t lesser than 0. T lesser than 0 means, okay, it will become like that. Now t greater than 0 means, so t greater than 0, it will become like here. This for t e power minus at into a of t. Look at here. E power minus at into a of t for a greater than 0. A greater than 0 is what decaying signal. Okay, a greater than 0 is what decaying signal. Okay, e of t is what unit step function. Okay, e of t equal 1 for t greater than equal to 0. This is what x of t. Okay, now using this formula, so y of t equal to, use this formula, this formula, x of tau minus infinity plus infinity. So here, because of unit step, okay, because x of t is unit step, so that you can write minus infinity to plus infinity actual formula, but we are going to 0 to t because, okay, we have to consider only this. Okay, so both, this is what yeah, x of tau and this is what x of h of tau. H of tau, this is called t, amplitude is what again 1. So the board signal persists only at between 0 to t, 0 to t. So that we can write 0 to t. Okay, and this is, okay, this signal is called e power minus at. So e power, that is called e power minus a2, because why I'm using tau means, and the output also I'm using what, t variable, so that you can input and impulse, you can make it as tau. Okay, tau. Okay, e power minus a tau, and what h of t is 1. Okay, and h of tau is 1, e of t. So e power 1 into e power minus a2 into t tau. After integration of substring level, upper limit minus lower limit, will get like this: 1 by a of 1 minus e power minus at into a of. Okay, this is the word convolution. Okay, this is called convolution. Likewise, we can see many problem. We'll see later. We'll see some of the problem based on this convolution. These are all properties: commutative property, distributive properties, associative properties. So if you know the properties, is very easily can to solve the solve some typical problem like that. Okay, for cascade connections or series and parallel connection. Likewise, this will be very useful. Okay. LTI system with and without memory. H of t equal to 0 for t not equal to 0. It is called memoryless system. X of t equal to x of t into del of t. Invertibles. These are properties. Next, another important one, that is called convolution properties. Okay, continuous LTI system is causal if h of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. A continuous LTI system is causal if h of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. So for y of t equal to minus infinity x of tau, again this is also formula. Okay, so this for stability, y of t equal to, if it find absolute of both right hand side and left hand side, minus infinity plus infinity h of tau into x of t minus tau into t tau. So minus infinity plus infinity, absolute of x of tau into x of t minus tau into t tau. So already I told, so we are able to give only what bounded input, so that so x of t minus to make it as b. So we are able to give only that finite, we're not able to give what infinite. So we make it as this one as b. So remaining things are minus infinity plus infinity, h of tau into t tau. Okay. So therefore the system is stable if the impulse response is absolutely integrable. Therefore the system is stable if the impulse response is absolutely integrable. Okay. Otherwise system is unstable. So and also this also derivation is there. It will take more time. Okay, just so that I'm skipping this. Okay, you can refer the book. It's very easy only because h of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. Just you can expand the integration. If you expand the integration and then substitute, you easily can find this one, so that you can find h of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. Next, again, these are also formulas. The step response of LTI system with the impulse response, h of t is given by s of t equal to u of t into u of t convolving. The star denotes convolution, which also equals the response of integration. We can write like this: S of t is nothing but unit step response of a continuous time LTI system minus infinity to t h of tau into t tau. So unit impulse response is the first derivative of unit step response, that is h of t equal to ds of t divided by dt equal to s dash of t. Again, these are the formulas. Okay. This is for system in parallel connection. System in parallel connection, that means what? X of t convolving h1 of t plus x of t convolving what? h2 of t. Okay. So y1 of t equal to x of t convolving h1 of t, y2 of t equal to x of t convolving h2 of t. So y of t equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. Otherwise, simple h of t equal to h1 of t plus h2 of t. Add h1 of t plus h2 of t and then convolve with x of t. That's why you can use using this property, distributive property. So okay, because solving the convolution will take more time, so that you can. So if you use this property, that's called distributive properties. So if you use this property, you can add it and then do the convolution. So that means what? So you can go for only one convolutions. Okay. If you use this, we could do for two convolution. It will take more time. It will take more time. Okay. So this is a proof of this. Similarly, for system cascade or series connection. So series connection. So next, move on to linear constant coefficient differential equation. So for anything, we can represent in terms of equations. Okay, that means what? Input and output equation can be represented in terms of one differential equation. If you look at here, y of t is the output and x of t is the what output. Sorry, input. Y of t is the output, x of t input. So based on input and output, so we are going to represent in terms of differential equations. Okay, and in terms of differential equations or differential equations like that. Okay. So if anything, okay, if you are doing any system, any application, okay, so whatever, if you are modeling anything, you know that you know that the incoming input and the input may be anything, but you can predict, but output should be what? Predicted one. Output should be what? In predicted one. So based on input and output, you can model it. Okay, you can model it, and then you can define this one equation that is called linear constant coefficient differential equations. Linear constant coefficient differential equation. So for that, you can find the solutions. Okay, that is called auxiliary solution, homogeneous solution, particular solutions. Okay. So homogeneous solutions also referred to as natural response. Again, these are all mathematics. Okay, so we can go for straight away go for nth order linear constant coefficient differential equations. Okay, here ak into d power k into y of t divided by t to power k. That means what? Which is going to refer the past outputs. Okay, past output, and dk of x of t divided by dt power k. That's which is going to refer the past inputs. Okay, so n, that means what here? We are k equal to summation of k equal to 0 to n. That means you are going to refer n past outputs, n past output, and also referring m past input. So based on that only we are going to predict next one. So based on that only we are going to compress something. Okay. So if you know the past values, if you know the past input values, if you know the past output values, so based on all the data, so we can frame one differential equation, and then that is very easily to do analysis, or you can do for the predictions also. Okay. So that is one d power k into dt power k. That is they may call nth order equations like that. So that means what in mathematically in what we can say, that's called past output. That is n minus 1, that is past output. For example, previous output and previous output likewise. Okay. So based on that we can call that nth order means so nth previous output or mth previous output. Okay. So for all this consideration only, they frame these equations. So again, the y of t particular solution, this for output side. Yes, not needed. Okay. So for this, you know, if you go for this, it will take more time solve this. That's why you go for this convolution properties. Now, from the convolution property, we can write y of j equal to h of j omega divided by x of j omega. So that h of j omega that is equal to y of j divided by x of j. That is y of t equal to x of t convolving h of t. Involving h of t. So convolution time domain is equal to the multiplication frequency domain. Convolution and time domain is equal to the multiplication frequency domain. So that from that we can extract the frequency response h of j omega equal to y of j omega divided by x of j omega. Similarly, so for nth order differential equations, so that we can refer same thing. Okay. So look at here. This is what consider stable LTI system, that is describe differential equation. D square y of t divided by dt square 4 into dy of t. So previous output, previous output, and this is previous output. Y of t is what current output, and x of t is what previous input. So y of t, x of t is what previous input, x of t is what present input. So for that you can take Fourier transform. So d square y of t means, that means what, j omega square into j omega square into y of j omega. Okay, using these properties, using the Fourier transform properties, and so there is j omega square of into y of j omega. Here 4 into j omega into y of j omega plus 3 into y of j omega. Similarly, j omega into j omega into x of j omega plus 2 into x of j omega, and then extract y of j omega common in left hand side, and in right hand side extract x of j omega in common, take x of j in common, and then find y of j divided by x of j omega. You will get like this. Okay, you will get like this. After applying the partial function, we'll get like this, called impulse response of this system, h of t. Okay, h of t. So for that input, you can do some analysis. For that input, you can do analysis. So this is what linearity property. Actually, this slide will become before this. So using the linear property differentiation properties, so that only will get like this. H of j omega equal to y of j omega divided by x of j omega. Okay. So similarly, you can go for some other type of problems. Consider step same way. So for this, for given x of t, they may ask to find y of t. So for that, y of j omega equal to h of j omega into x of j omega. So h of j omega, using this, just now I told you know how to find this, j omega square into y of j omega, 4 into j omega into y of omega plus 3 into y of omega, and j omega into x of j omega plus 2 into x of omega, and then find y of j omega by x of omega, will get x of j omega, and x of j omega for this e power minus 2 into e of t, so that we'll get 1 divided by j omega plus 1. Okay. After multiplication this, after a partial fraction of other simplification, we'll get this y of t. Analysis and characterization of LTI system using Laplace transform. So again, using the Fourier transform, we can do analysis if they given only in what and j omega. Suppose if it has some real, it's not possible. That's why I go for this Laplace transform. Just before last topic, I told you know. Same here, y of s equal to h of s and x of s, and h of s equal to y of s divided by h of s. Okay. So for the causality, ROC assure the system for a causal system right after. For a system with rational system function, the causality of the system is equivalent to ROC being the right of plane to the right of the rightmost plane. Being the right of plane to the right of the rightmost plane. Okay. And the LTI system stable if and only if the ROC of the system function h of s include the entire j omega axis. Entire j omega. Okay, this is about conditions of causality and stability of LTI system of Laplace transform. So here h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1. So ROC is RES greater than what, minus 1. Okay. So here minus 2 to the s square minus 1. So minus 1 lesser than RES lesser than. So h of s, ROC is not right of the rightmost pole. So this is not a causal. This is not a causal. So here system has a pole at s equal to right of the s plane, right of the s plane. So this is what causal. If linear constant coefficient is very easy. Laplace transform using differential property, using differentiation property s into y of s plus 3 into y of s x of s. So h of s equal to y of s by s, that is equal to 1 by s plus 3. If you take s of t, that is called e power minus 3 to t of t. So for constant differential equations, same thing using the differentiation property. Okay, we can assume that system for differential is always rational with zeros are the solution of bk into s power k, and these for poles are the solutions. Because for zeros are the solution, these for poles are the solutions. So poles is always refer the past output, and zeros as solutions always refers to past input. Okay, past input. That's all about this. Now coming to this problem one, we'll see few more minutes, no, another 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see. I'll wind up at 3:45. This is about convolution integral problem. X of t equal 1 for 0 lesser t lesser than t. H of t equal to t for 0 less than t lesser than to 0 for otherwise. So this is what x of 2, and this is for h of tau 0 to 2t. The t 0 to 2 means the maximum rated t, that is called what t. H of minus 2 means minus tau, that is called minus t2. Okay, after that, what you have to apply some conditions. That means what? This signal is shifted towards the right hand side along with x of t, and then convolve and find the output y of t. So for that, you have to apply some condition. Look at this here. 0 to t, the amplitude is 1. Here, 0 to minus t, the amplitude is what? 2t. So look at here, 0 to minus, like you what something called sawtooth waveform. Okay, something called sawtooth waveform. So for that, what you have to do? You have to apply different condition for t lesser than 0. Okay, for that, what you have to do? Simply add here t and t. So that means for t minus t, in this spot t minus t, and this spot t minus 0 means 2. Okay, t minus 0 means t. So that t minus 2t and the t. Okay. So which is signal you are going to do the shifting means just add t in the and both end. That is called t. You get t, just add t here. You'll get t minus 2t. Again here also add t. So that t plus 0 t. Okay, t plus 0. So t minus 2t into t. Okay, if t lesser than 0. So if t lesser than 0, definitely here there is no overlap. Here the signal persists at 0 to t, amplitude is 1. So no overlap, the output is 0. Okay. So next, second case for this one, no. Second case, 0 less than t lesser than t. That means what? Now the t value, that means what? That this t value is very speedy. 0 lesser than t lesser than t. Okay. So this is for 0 to t 1. So this is for t minus 2t into t. So 0 lesser than t lesser than t. So if you look at here. Okay. So this is what input. This is what in dotted lines input, and this is called sawtooth is what that is called h of tau. Okay. After matching with this signal, the signal persists only at 0 to t, 0 to t, and this is called t. Okay. This is called decaying one, decreasing ramp. So decreasing ramp means that is called y-axis. So y-axis, that is x-axis denote what tau. So that amplitude is what t. So this is called t minus tau. This is called what? Because this denotes what t. So t minus tau would be t tau. The limit is what 0 to t. Limit is what 0 to t. So amplitude this is called t because this is called t. So put the point. This is called t. This is called t. Okay, this is called t. T and this is called decaying one. There, that's decreasing ramp. So for x-axis that is called tau. So t minus tau into d tau. After integration, after subtracting the lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit, we'll get t square. So another one, suppose this is for 0 less than t lesser than t. Another one, t lesser than capital T lesser than t lesser than 2t. So values. Okay. You can assume the values, for example, t equal to 1, capital T equal to 1, or capital, likewise, you can assume the value, I can undone substitute and you can solve this problem. Okay, for this t lesser, that means what? You should be greater than t and lesser than what 2t. So that will get like this. So that will get like this. So now the signal persists only between 0 to t like this. So look at here. Now the limit is 0 to t. The limit is 0 to t, and this is what amplitude is 1 into, and this is called t. Okay, this is called decaying t minus tau into t tau. Okay, after integration, subsequent upper limit, lower limit, will get like. So next one is 2t lesser than t less than 3t. 2t less than 3 less than 3t. Again, the signal persists like this. So, 3 minus 2t into t. If you see this 3 minus 2t up to t and 1, again t minus tau t tau. Okay, after integration of the substitute upper limit minus lower limit, will get like for t greater than t3t, t greater than 3t, there is no overlap here. Look at here, no overlap. So that y of t equal to 0. So all together will get like this. Okay, this is called convolution integral. Okay. So likewise, you can able to solve this problem. Okay, because this, if you know this, then only you can able to solve this even the machine learning convolution neural network like this. Okay. So again, convolution graphical method, same way we'll get like this. So next, find output response of the system. Describe the differential equation d square y of t divided by dt square plus 6 into dy of t dt plus 8 in y of t dx of t by dt plus x of t. When initial input signal x of t e of t and initial conditions are y of 0 plus equal to 1 and d of y of 0 plus dt equal to 1. They given initial, if they are given initial condition, you can use that unilateral Laplace transform property, that is called the one-sided transform. Okay, you can use this kind of properties. For that, these are all properties. I am not because if you take properties, it will take more time. So that s square y of if the initial conditions are given, so you should consider unilateral transform properties. So the s square minus y of s minus s into y of 0 minus dy of dt by 0. Suppose if the initial conditions are not given, straight away s square y of s plus 8 into y of s, likewise you can. Okay. So after finding Laplace transform of this, okay, and they given substitute the initial conditions value, okay, and then bring the y of s in the left hand side, x of s in the right hand side, and constant will become again right hand side. So likewise, you'll take this here. So y of s equal to like this. This is called s x of s into s plus 1. They given for you to analyze x of s, x of t equal to e of t. X of t equal to e of t, that is called 1 by s. So s plus 1 divided by s plus s plus 7. Okay. After this simplification, we'll get like this. So we'll get s square plus 8s plus 1 divided by s of s square. So for that, you can y of t using some partial fraction methods. And then take inverse Laplace transform. So this is what solution of this problem. This is what linear constant coefficient differential equation problem. So this is another problem. H of j omega equal to 1 by j omega plus 3. Y of t equal to e power minus 3 to u of t minus e power minus 4 to d of t. For a particular input, deduce x of t. They given system function, they given y of t. For this, they have asked to find x of t. So that h of j omega equal to 1 by j omega plus 3. So take Fourier transform this 1 by j omega equal to 1 by j omega plus 3 minus 1 by j omega plus 4. 1 by j omega plus 3 minus 1 by j omega plus 4. So ordinary Fourier transform formula is very easy. Simple 1 by j omega plus 3. 1 by j omega plus 4. That's all. Okay. So y of j omega divided by y of j omega equal to x of j omega to j omega. So they ask to find x of j omega. So the x of j omega equal to y of j divided by x of j omega. So y of j just now we found it, no? 1 by j omega plus 3 minus 1 by j omega plus 4 divided by h of j omega. H of j omega is nothing but that is called, they give 1 by j omega plus 3. Okay. After simplification, we'll get x of t equal to e power minus 3. Okay. So it's very simple method. So here using some properties. So using this property, we can able to solve this problem. So if you are not using these properties, so you can find h of t and then do the convolution. So it's a lot of steps are there to write this. So because of using this property, so within 5 steps, you can solve this problem. So that's all about this. If you have any doubt, in the can ask me. So more problems are there. Okay. So similar way you can solve this problem. Okay, I referred mostly that is Wopanam and Minsky. Okay, mostly I referred only that Wopanam and Minsky. Okay. The problems also are taken from that Wopanam and Minsky. So do you have any doubts, Subhashima?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finish, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Participants, any queries to the resource person? You can unmute and ask, sir, or else you can put your questions in the chat box. Please do interact with us. Is there any questions from the audience?
Full of mathematics. It's full of mathematics.
Sir,
No questions posted.
It's fully mathematics. There's no way.
okay then.
This type of subject like this.
It's difficult to ask questions, but still you can ask some other references from the person.
It's better book than Open and Mills case. Better book. You can follow.
Yes.
Or sometimes you can refer the Simon Aiken also. Is also good.
Thank you, sir. Sir, shall we end up the session, sir?
Okay, ma'am.
I think there is no question from the participants. So it's a great ability of yours, sir, to precisely and so clearly present all the 16 to 18 hours syllabus within a 1.5 hour duration. That's really excellent presentation, sir. Thank you so much. In spite of all your strain with respect to your health, you have done it for us, and it is I am very much thankful for that, sir. I thank each and every one of the participants for patiently listening and adhering to all the instructions given to you in the mail. And thank you once again for all the participants as the resource person and the HOD ma'am and the management for providing us this platform. Participants kindly fill the feedback form which is available in the chat box. So only 31 responses we have received, and still more some of them have to post the feedback. So kindly fill the feedback form for today's session, and tomorrow we'll resume back by 10 a.m. with the same login. So you can use the same link for connecting towards us by tomorrow 10 a.m. Thank you, Uday Kumar sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all participants.
Thank you. Thank you, Uday sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uday Kumar sir.
Thank you.
Participants, you can fill the form and you can leave the meeting. So please get back to us by 10 a.m. tomorrow with the same link provided to you. Dasari Tirumala sir, is that available? Tirumala sir? Sir, can you hear me? Dasari sir? Participants, those who are still in the meeting, please do fill the feedback form.
Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You can leave, sir. Thank you, sir.